Hello everyone, my name no this one I'm not going to study the way I always do, like seriously. I need to be myself on this one because I was shocked. My guest tonight is someone amazing that I love. I love 7 years ago. I still love the way she's acting like really. Let me explain things to you. 7 years ago, I was still going to the university and I was still trying to find a way to see what I was supposed to do in this life. And I went back home one day and I wanted to chill on I wanted to chill on my bed. I was like, okay, let me have some fun. I went to YouTube and I saw this video. I was like, Breathing Got Talent. Which kind of talent am I going to have tonight? Anyway, let us see. I mean, I just wanted to distract myself and then see something else, just watch something which is going to help me to, go ahead and then just forget about everything. And I saw those girls.
Definitely. No, I was definitely really excited for this interview. I know we've been planning this for ever, but it's happening. I'm so excited. It's happening.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much. Before I start everything, 7 years ago, when you went to the Britain Got Talent, I was so excited. You made my year, like seriously. When I saw you down that night, I was like, I mean, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of your
Oh,
freedom. I'm so proud
thank you
for what you
so
did. You did so much for a lot of women, so much, so much.
much.
I need to tell you that. For me, I mean, when I saw you that night, I was like, I need to have her. When I started this whole thing of Refreshingsoul, I was like, I need to have her because she has been giving me life for like 7 years. You're just amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like 7 years ago. Wow, it seems such a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
And did you have the idea that you have impacted so many people when you were doing Within Your Time?
Do you know what? Not really. It's only this year that I've been able to really see a lot of young women that come up to me or write me and say, do you know what? Britain's Got Talent was such a change in their lives because they realize, like, do you know what? We can do anything we want. And it's so awesome. So I
When you were going to school, when you were 11, did you once think that you will be a dancer? I mean, did you decide in your life that I will be a dancer? How did you come about that your passion become I mean,
Okay, definitely no, had no clue. There's this picture of me, and I think I was about 3 or 4, and my cousin took a picture of me, and I think that was my first time of seeing dancers, like really performing. And you could see me, and I was so small, and I was just like this in the picture. And it's the funniest thing because my cousin always says, I think that's when you caught the dancing bug. But this was literally in a picture. I'll post that picture one time because it's actually hilarious. Like I'm just like a little kid, like, what's going on? But I still didn't know that it's what I wanted to do. Dancing was not something that we spoke about in our house. It was something in African homes. I was born in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
So in African, yeah. So in our home, then the only thing you did was you went to school, you came back, you studied, you slept, you went to school, you studied, you came back. So there was no dance. The only activity I had where I was in like a marching band, like where you would like match and stuff. So that was the only kind of creative experience I had. But the most, even our after school activity then was home economics, which was teaching you how to cook. So there wasn't anything like dancing for us. So when I moved to the UK, and I still had no let me lead you into a massive secret. It's only this year that I have completely internally decided that this is it, and I'm 30.
But why this year? Why? What happened
You know,
exactly?
something about this year, man. This year has been very, very, very special year in its madness, but it's just been a special year of reflection, realization, purpose. I think that's when I realized what my purpose and my calling was. But yeah, when I was younger, I didn't know. It definitely was not in my vocabulary to say I'm good. My mom would just say, "Oh yeah," I just backhand you back to your room. No, it was definitely not gonna be dancing. I think when I went to university, even before then, I was around dance because my teachers, my and these are not dance teachers, like my PE teacher and my head mistress, they all saw something in me, especially when we do talent shows and I'll get on stage and I'll start dancing. I remember Miss Jackson saying, "This dancing thing, you have something here, just keep going." And I'll just look at her like she's mad because she doesn't know my mom. And if I dare try. So yeah, it's actually the older I've become, the more confident and comfortable I am with the idea of this is a career. But there's so many elements to that, and I'm sure you have more questions on those.
Sure, sure, I have it. But exactly, when you decide, so you kept on going, like seeing dance like a passion along the line. You kept
Yes,
on seeing
absolutely.
it was still a passion. Even if you when you created when even when you created the Crickles, when you were four of you and you were started the first group, you started
Open
the first
dancers.
yeah, quicker dancer before going to the CEO. I mean, it was still like a hobby for you, just a moment with friends and everything.
It's uni. Like we were in university. Like that's like, after you finish the party and you guys make up a dance in your kitchen. Like it wasn't anything serious. Like it was just fun. And in university, we have this thing called the African Caribbean Society, which is the ACS. And we do loads of like culture events, parties. Like this is where all the black kids hang out. Like so that was kind of our thing. And you won't go to a black school where you don't even have dancing. Like it didn't make sense. So
After.
it was just part of the norm. And I just felt like I was going through university, not this is gonna be my life now. Like it was just uni.
But
Yeah.
till now, till then, you didn't see it. You didn't see that passion being a business, something real for you. Even when you decide,
Still
I
didn't
mean,
see it.
even when you create, because I need to understand how is after 7 years after that you decide to make it like you decide to be a full dancer, a complete. I need to understand what happened exactly. And even when you created CEO with Solia
Yeah.
and Gribe, it wasn't
Yeah.
still for you a career. It was still something just to.
I think when I met CEO, because CEO was formed in while I was in university. So this was all the university phase. When I graduated, it was the time of Britain's Got Talent. So I was doing my final exams during the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent. And that was probably the hardest experience of my life because I'll go from the library to the dance studio, to the library to the dance studio. That was my life. And it was really bad. And after Britain's Got Talent, obviously our whole career just went crazy.
Yeah.
And so I saw opportunity. That was what I saw. I saw opportunity within the dance because I've never studied dance. I've never really read up on dancing, what it means to be a dancer, what are the career perspectives as a dancer. But I can tell you the whole career plan of an accountant because that's what I've known all my life. So I didn't know that. So I kind of went into it slightly blind. and taking the opportunity and seeing where it goes. At the point where I started hopping in and out, because if you see on my socials as well, there's a time I just stopped putting that product. Like I just
Exactly,
stopped
that's true.
because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure at all. And dancing is not the career part is not easy. It's not
Businesses.
easy. And when it became work, I stopped having fun. And which was what it was when I was in uni. It was so much fun. And it was a way for me to release, a way for me to get away from accounting, a way for me to have be with other people, enjoy, create. And then it became work. It became okay, we have to get here, 9 o'clock schedule, perform, interact, this, it became very intense, which I was very happy with, but it took out the joy for me personally. So I didn't, and also monetary wise, it wasn't matching up in terms of my aspiration, the Nigerian girl from an African home, where my brothers are like, yeah, 100K monthly, and I'm just looking at them, hey, I do not have that.
I can
It was
imagine.
bad. It was terrible. Like my whole home, we're all academics. Like there is no person that is not a doctor, lawyer, engineer, spaceman. Like it's just academics. So you just see me like I'm a dancer. You just be like, what's your
What's
money
wrong with that?
saying?
What is
It's
happening?
nothing in my account. So that was a massive struggle financially to believe in the dancing because it wasn't making way back then. And I struggled, so I would dabble in and out, and it was really tough, trying to understand yourself, trying to grow in the space and learn in the space. Like you're learning on the job every time. And it was so difficult. And sometimes how some people, like when they finish working in their 9 to 5 office and they get tired of this office, they can move to another office, meet new people. I couldn't do that. It's like the same office, every office. Like,
Okay, let's go back when you're saying you lost practically your passion when you started being a job, a full-time job. Okay, I would like to understand what
Mhm.
is it exactly the business of. Can you explain to me the business of being a dancer, the business, the industry, the dancer industry? Because a lot of people does not know about that. The only thing that it's just a normal thing. I mean, there's nothing clear about that. We don't have a lot of information about it. I mean, people go there being blind.
Yeah.
There's no school about it. There's no school. No one said anything about that. It seems to be something that you should not know. We should not know about. And I think a lot of people need to know what is it exactly,
Mhm.
how is it made, and how to
Yeah.
get it.
Dancing has different elements to it, and you will need to decide. Firstly, where do you want to take this dance into? What do you want to become at the end of this? Do you want to open a school? Do you want to become a teacher? Do you want to become a scholar? Do you want to just choreograph and tell the world? What do you want to do? And once you decide that, the first key things is you have to start training. The toughest part about dancing is investing in yourself. You have to have money to invest in yourself to be able to make money, and that's the business aspect of it. And if you don't spend money, i.e., going to train in classes or going to get really cool clothes to look different, do your hair nice, do your makeup nice, those are very important aspects of your career. It's like going into a firm and not knowing QuickBooks or not knowing Sage 50. It's like you're not equipped for that field, and you need to equip yourself to become a dancer. Another struggle of dance is that the field is saturated
Exactly.
because so many dancers in the world, so many dancers. So it's a very saturated field. So you have to be able to stand out from millions. Now, one of the things people don't recognize is each and every one of us, we are uniquely made. and therefore we are able to stand out. But because we do not know that and have confidence in our uniqueness, we always try to look at what someone else is doing. Oh, okay, maybe that's the way it's supposed to do it. That's the what I would say. Dancing doesn't have a formula. Becoming popular doesn't have a formula. The only thing that I know has really helped me with my dance is my background in management and accounting. So I have a business background. So outside of dance, so dance is one thing. How do I monetize this dance? How do I negotiate? How do I legalize? How do I copyright? But those are not acquired while being a dancer. Those are acquired by studying all the relevant courses to equip you to go into that field. And that's the error a lot of young people make. They just say, okay, I want to dance, let's go dance. And it's like there is a whole lot of information that can help you be the best and the most successful dancer possible for yourself. Take a course in negotiation, and you will see how that will help you when you're getting bookings and they're saying to you, oh, I can only pay you £10. And you know how to speak, you know how to take a course in HR, know how to write, know how to type, speak, know how to carry yourself when you are in a booking, know your rights, know your union rates, know, like everything I've said, I have not even said know how to dance. That is a given. If you want to be a dancer, you need to know how to dance. That's a given. But there's so many more important things that will help you and not make you frustrated as a dancer. And that's why a lot of dancers are frustrated, that who are trying to make this as a career. They are very frustrated at the moment. I understand. It took me a while to acquire all this information because, like you said, there is no handbook out there. And you're just learning on the job every day. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of things you need to learn.
But do you think that is going to be for the new generation? Because as you said, we have a lot of dancers out there. Do you think that is going to be as easy now, but do you think that it's going to be possible to have a form of control over the way dancers are treated right now, the treatment that they have, because we think that they are not really considered, but they are doing a lot of job.
That question it's a very important question, but there's a bigger issue at hand, and everything falls down on individuality. A lot of dancers think for themselves and not for the wider part of the industry, right? So what you're going to be fighting is this constant competition of trying to get ahead of each other. I.e., for example, there'll be a booking from customer A, right? Customer A has a budget of £1,000, right? So customer A is allowed to pay a dancer £1,000. Customer A knows that dancers A, B, and C are always head to head, right? Customer A says, do you know what? Dancer A, B, and C, dancer A, I want dancer A. Dancer A says, my rate is £750. Now, because customer knows that these dancers are head to head, he will now say something like, but dancer C said it's only £250. Then because dancer A now is like, if this one now gets it, I won't get to work with this person. Dancer A now says, oh, okay, do you know what? I'll do £250. Just give me the job. We've now gone from a budget of £1,000 to £250 in 2 seconds because it's all manipulation, mind control. And if you're not confident and if you're not steady and understand your rights, you will fall into that trap all the time, right? And that's the industry that we're in. And that's why, because many people in power positions know these things, they use it against us. And because we are not solid in what we want, we fall for it and we lose out. But not only do we lose out, the whole industry loses out, because now that customer has gone out with the impression that Next time I ask for budget, I'm only going to ask for 250 budget, because didn't they take 250? Do you understand? So that's what happens. So now that is now carried and passed on to other people in power. Be like, oh, I need to pay 250. Oh, I need to pay 250. Do you understand? And dancers are looking at each other. I always say this, you keep looking at each other like, yeah, stop looking, start acting, start saying, no, unfortunately, I can't do that job. No, thank you. But to them, and I don't blame them, because this is things that have happened to me. This is not like foreign information. One of the biggest jobs I've ever done, I remember they said, oh, unfortunately, we can only pay $300. And I looked at them and I said, I said, it's okay, no problem. I can't do the job. They looked at me, they said, do you know where you'll be traveling to? Do you know what stage this is? And I said, yes, I do, but I also know the production. I also know the company. And I also know that on this particular show, the artists don't get paid because it's of a charity event, but their production is paid, and their production is paid in full. So if you can't pay me my full rate, goodbye. And I remember they didn't talk to me. Now, it came maybe like a few days to the show, and then the artist was like, where's Ezinne? Where's Ezinne? Like, I haven't seen him on the flights. They said she's not going to do the show because of the rate we had offered her. And she was like, wait, what rate do you offer? And then they said that they were like, are you all right? Ezinne will never come. And she said, pay Ezinne whatever she asked for and get her to where we need her now. And that's how it happened. But because of the show, there's a dancer that will be like, give me the 300, don't worry, I'll come, because it looks great on paper. Do you understand? And that's the issue. That's the massive problem that we're facing in this industry. I think I've gotten to a position in my career where I'm very happy to say no to things. And I know it might not be the same for someone that is starting up, that is looking for something to build on. So it's very tough. Yeah.
As you said, you are a top class right now. It's going to be quite difficult for a new dancer to have the same expectation that you have right now. But
yeah.
What will be the first advice that you will give to the new generation of dancer right now?
Have fun.
I go hold you like the Oroma, baby ma, shake ma, cause I go chop you like hungry ma. Yo 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 yo, my Oroma baby, you sweet like tangerine. If you never baby, give it to me, get it wa wa, 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 get it wa wa. This your love is sweet like tangerine.
Baby you go love me, your love is sweet like tangerine. Baby you go love me, your love is sweet like. Baby, I go love you, your love is sweet like tangerine. Baby, I go hug you, your love is...
The second thing, if you want to make this a career, train. Be the best of you possible. Be the best dancer you can be. If it's the split you're trying to learn that split. If you want to do a backflip, learn how to backflip. Make sure you're the best dancer that you can be. Finally, be yourself. You are the only you in the world. Trust me. So there's no one that can compete against the person that you've been living with all your life, yourself. So just be authentically yourself, and trust me, the way the doors will open, you'll be shocked. It's only when we try to be other people that things never work out the way we want it to be. Yeah, those are the things.
The other thing that I'm really glad to receive those advice from you, because you have an amazing career behind and ahead. And when you said be the best, be you, because you have to train and have to be the best. I remember when we were talking about the CEO dancer. I know the CEO is not an acronym, is to say be the best, be the boss. when right
Exactly.
being
Yes,
the
it is.
boss.
You have to be the boss.
You have to be the boss.
Yes.
But how did you transition from the being a group of girls to be an one dancer, to be one dancer as a whole, a dancer as a whole? And why? Why did you split?
Okay. I feel, because obviously there's going to be many different tales to this story, but I feel the reason why is you're just young to understand what they had. I think you were just figuring out those. Like I said, dancing was really something we was having fun in our kitchen, and it became something incredible. But it was something incredible that I don't feel against us, and because we didn't have a leader, we were all kind of like three individuals in a group. Like we were just working as a team. But yeah, I felt like the older we got in the game, with lack of experience, we really butted heads at some point. I think me personally, I was very driven as a Nigerian girl. Like I was very, very driven. And I felt like the dancing didn't appeal to me as much. And the pressure that I was receiving from my home made it me to happily, it was like energy came in, and I felt like I wasn't meeting the expectations of my parents at my age, and that really affected how I related to the girls in terms of while we were in the group. And I think that all of that caused a negative energy that caused us to drift apart. I think because we're all friends today, it's a testament to the growth that we have gone through as women, which is a 360. And I think everything happened for a reason. I feel like Solia is supposed to be exactly where she is right now. Nabila is meant to be doing exactly what she's doing right now. And I'm supposed to be doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I think the breakup, the demise, I don't think it affected anything or any of our purposes. I feel like we broke up at the right time for the right reasons to grow into really amazing women now. So yeah, no regrets there. It just had to happen.